Experts are concerned because Long Valley Caldera supervolcano is moving. This is on the Daily Coin by Susan Dulkos. We've seen an uptick in earthquake swarms around California. If we look at the USGS or the Berkeley Seismo, I'll leave a link below for you for that, we have daily earthquakes in that area. As we know, it's very close to the San Andreas Fault and the Hayward Fault, and we have daily earthquakes. This is not at all far from the Yellowstone supervolcano. It's about 600 miles southwest. And since recently, the USGS geologists have come out stating that the Yellowstone supervolcano is 2.5 times bigger than what was originally thought, and that the radius of Yellowstone reaches all the way down to Mexico, while the radius of Yellowstone, of course, takes in the Long Valley Caldera supervolcano. And there's a lot of volcanic fields in that area of the subduction zone of California. So yes, we have an uptick on the seismicity of the area, and geologists are concerned because Long Valley Caldera is moving. High number of earthquakes are indicators of impending volcanic eruptions. This is what Susan Dulkos says. The Long Valley Caldera near Mammoth Lakes has experts concerned since over the last 100 days the volcano has been acting up. And it's unusual, an amount of earthquakes that have hit Mammoth Lake over the last month means that all eyes should be carefully watching these earthquakes, and especially this particular volcano, because as we reported a couple of days back, the geologists believe that the area that is more likely to see a volcanic uptick is the Mono Inyo craters, which are found in the Long Valley Caldera supervolcano. In 1915, the Lassen Peak erupted and wrecked a huge portion of California state. Over the last 100 days, much larger Long Valley Caldera has begun acting up, and what it's doing has geologists at the U.S. Geological Survey concerned. The caldera is the mouth of the volcano, and it's moving. According to scientific instruments monitored by the United States Geological Survey, the USGS, the area in the vicinity of the Long Valley Caldera is deforming and is moving rapidly compared to previous records. How sure are they? Their 95% confidence interval and data assemble is significant. The data is showing on a recent time span that the amount of movement is causing statistically significant strain in the rock in the area. This is not conspiracy theorist conjecture or amateur geology antics. This is actually a statement from the USGS itself. The Long Valley Caldera erupted the Bishop Ash 760,000 years ago. This volcanic eruption covered most of the southwestern United States, including Los Angeles, with ash. The continued volcanic activity produced Mammoth Mountain, but its popular ski slopes is still active and is being closely monitored by the USGS. According to a March report found at AOL Science and Tech, this massive supervolcano has the potential to unleash a fiery hell across the whole planet, and the magma-filled mountain has a history of doing this. While the article downplayed the likelihood of an imminent eruption, the article was written before the 1,000 plus earthquakes that are being reported there now. And I'll leave a link on Seismo Berkeley because it even has a tiny quakes there as well. And you can take a look for yourself what's going on there. The article also states approximately 760,000 years ago, this supervolcano in particular had a massive eruption on an apocalyptic scale that blanketed the United States region in molten lava and ash. And if such were to occur again, molten rock would not only incinerate the earth for thousands of miles, but the toxic ash spewing from opening of the crust would temporarily block out the rays of the sun, which scientists say would cause temperatures to fall to levels not seen since the Ice Age. So this is just a small portion. You can keep a close eye on the global incident map, specifically the earthquakes hitting the Mammoth Lake area. Caltech has also been tracking the Mammoth Lake earthquakes. Now I'm looking at the Seismo Berkeley map for today, and there is a swarm of earthquakes over the past week. Usually the yellow indicates the past week, the red is the past hour, and the blue is the past day. Now there's a swarm of earthquakes. The whole area of Long Valley has earthquake swarms, but this one is specifically over Mammoth Lake. Long Valley, Mammoth Lake, right there. And the details direct you to USGS, the event page, and it shows you that it's Mammoth Lake, just south of Carson City, and it shows you the map as well if you look at it. Sierra Nevada mountains, and just northeast of Fresno. And as we know, the Long Valley Caldera is about 200 miles east of San Francisco, and it's about 250 miles north of Los Angeles. So for a supervolcano, I mean, it's pretty close to these very huge cities anyway. Now, we've had recent updates from USGS informing people that they should be wary that there could be a volcanic eruption. People are prepared for earthquakes because they expect an earthquake because they're living on the San Andreas Fault in California, but they're not prepared for a volcanic eruption. Now, they seem to believe that it could be around the Mono Inyo craters, which is having to do with Long Valley Caldera. So if you want to take a look, I usually have this page open always on my window because I take a look at what's happening with earthquakes all around. And you'll see there's a very strange formation around Mammoth Lakes, that these quakes are in a circular pattern. A circular pattern. Why is that? Why are they all in a circle? That is strange because, well, maybe that's the fault. The faults are that way, or I don't know. It's just weird that it's in a circle. You can take a look at what's happening there. You can take a look at what's happening along the San Andreas Fault. That's really active. And while we're here, and there's two more, this past hour, two more on just a 2.7 in Moreno Valley, southeast Los Angeles. And let's see what else we have here. And a smaller one this past hour, 1.4. So that's hopping, as well as Salt and Buttes, that's a mud volcano, that's hopping as well. And of course, we've had earthquakes picking up in southwest Utah, which is a volcanic field, and Wyoming and North Montana, and north of the supervolcano, Yellowstone into Montana. Earthquakes the past day. So this is, a lot of people believe that it's just normal, but it has picked up in activity. So I'll leave you with that link as well so you can take a look for yourself. And that's why the USGS has come out, and they're pretty conservative. When they come out with a warning, you have to be ready. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.